All right, and we are back again, the Live Light episode 4 with the God himself. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Let them know who you are.
What's happening, Cash? I am Louis Santana, aka Mr. Bruce Wade. Lane in here.
Lane. Say it one time.
Lane, let me get that.
Lane, yo, that'd be so lit. I love when you guys come into the building. Your whole squad, like, you guys bring a nice energy.
Yeah.
Especially as black men too, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the things you hear about black men, and then you meet you guys and you're just like,
right.
Man.
We try to represent. That's
right?
real. Thank you.
Yeah, for real.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's hear, where you from, Louis?
I was born in LA, South Central. They brought me here to South Phoenix when I was young, like 2-3 years old. I've been bouncing back and forth ever since.
Okay, that's what's up. And 2-3 years old, but if anything, how do you like Arizona so far?
I mean, look, I love it. It's pretty much really metaphorical for what it is, you know. A lot of people come here with nothing, end up with everything, you know. Or they had everything, ended up with nothing, came back with more, you know.
Yep, that's the West Coast. I think, West Coast just has a different, just like every coast, but I would say that's a big reason why I bounce back and forth from the East Coast to the West Coast, because of that reason. I know with Arizona, like, just like you said, the energy it carries, I know I can bounce myself up. If I'm down, I know I can still come up.
It's Plug City for a reason.
Yeah, for
everything is out here.
Is that what they call this?
Yeah.
Oh, teaching me something new today. Plug City. Let's hear, what do you do?
I'm a hip-hop artist, a poet, entrepreneur. I'm an all-around go-getter, you know.
That's what's up. And how old are you?
I just turned 27 this year.
27. I know you were talking earlier. This is when I wanted to ask these questions, with you being an artist and the way you present yourself. I'm saying how you kind of held back on some things because you wanted to switch it up. So what's new? What has kind of changed that part about you? Why do you want that so much? Not all of a sudden, but now at this time.
I feel like we've really been, swinging blindly. Let's put it that way. I wanted to calculate my steps a little better. I'm the type of guy, I don't want to go to school, without every tool I need. My backpack got to be right.
Yeah.
That way I'm in no scenario where something's missing. And as far as artistry, that's real. Something serious. I can do it all day. We can hop in the whip, we can rap all day. But when it comes to actual artistry, I want to make sure I'm top of the line. So I'm trying to deliver the best me possible,
That's what's up. Execution. I feel like 2019 is a big year of just learning execution. I'm 27 myself. And how long have you been doing music?
I say
poetry?
Like seriously, like on a serious level, maybe from about 2012, 2011-ish. Rebooted like 2016 with the guys. That way we really had a real plan of action. And it's the next step. We're trying to level up every time.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what it's all about, right? Growth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how would you explain your journey so far with you? You have some years in the game, I would say. Since you're 17, 18?
Something like that.
Yeah, 17, 18, that's at a young age, a rough age, too, as well. So how would you explain your journey so far as an artist?
It's been crazy. It's been up and down. It's been wild. Like it's helped me really express myself and keep my mental in check. I've been writing poetry since like 8 or 7. One of them I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it helped with all the stress that I had around me. It came up a little crazy. So by the time I got to high school, it was like battle rapping. All the guys just going back and forth from roasting to roasting on beat. That's battle rapping. And pretty much once it turned into actual artistry, that's when the game started moving a little different.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to be portrayed as something I'm not. I want to be exactly who I am.
That's what's up. That's a real message for, and that's, I feel like that's something that's kind of hard It's difficult, so I applaud you and I'm proud of you, you know, if you haven't heard that lately. For you going outside of the normal, you know what I'm saying, going outside of what people say you're supposed to do and whatnot, really going after something that you truly love, it seems like, with you putting so much time and effort, so many years in it. So I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you too, for real.
No, for real. And let's hear it. So as an artist, how would you describe your style?
Let's see, my style is pretty, I would say authentic. It's pretty raw, rough around the edges, like I am. So it's like, you know.
I mean, you're always pretty clean, Louis. Like, you're always really clean. So no, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it takes a while to get like this, you know.
Yeah.
We all step out. You know, we're from birth a little dirty, a little grimy. You know, they gotta clean us up, and then we gotta continue to stay clean. So you know, I feel like my artistry is really raw, really passionate. I try to deliver it from here in a sense where everybody can relate. Everybody goes through what they go through, and everybody has something in them that makes them different from everybody else. And that's where my artistry is.
Yeah.
That realm of difference.
Walking in your flavor, walking in your drip. That's what it is.
No shame, no game.
That's beautiful. You know, like I said, it's difficult. It's really difficult, and you know, and with you doing it, you know, you're inspiring others as well. You know, I always like to believe that we're here to tell our story. No matter what type of lane you choose, lane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the point of the saying. You know, choose your lane and stay in it. You know, create your lane and stay in it. Don't. You know, everybody has a lane. You know.
Yeah.
It's traffic in everybody else's lane. There's no traffic in your own. You're still building.
Yeah. That's what's up, yo. I didn't even look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Lane.
You got it.
Lane. No, so how your creative process? How do you go about with your creative process? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. It's a couple of different areas.
How would you explain your creative?
I would say, like, I got the realm where it's from life experiences. Like, I just want to not forget this moment or tap on it in a tight way. You know, my life is different. It's like yours is different from mine. So, you know, you got that one level that makes you feel like that person, like that guy, you know, that one. So what are those things in your life that make you feel that way? And that's the type of things I try to keep in my artistry. Like, you know, the moments that make me feel like I'm Santana, you know?
Yeah.
And it keep me in my roots. That way I'm not big-headed and none of that. You know, I'm trying to grow and learn to be the best me I can be. So I got that room, and then I got, you know, say something's instrumental sent to me already. Oh yeah, I'm sitting on this for a minute. I like this. I like this. How can I add on to this? How can I make this timeless? So yeah, I got the realm of, before I even hear anything, I'm probably jotting it. I'm probably formatting it. I'm probably just scribbling it somewhere, fit it in somewhere else, you know, make a story out of it, make a puzzle out of these pieces. And you know, I got the other way where it's like, oh yeah, bet I got something for this.
Yeah, I was ready for this.
I was waiting on this one.
When's your birthday?
February 8th, from Aquarius.
Aquarius? Okay, so this is kind of hard for you to do a lot of talking right now?
Like, I'm really a private person.
Yeah.
So I don't really do too many interviews like this, but this is tight, you know. I'm extroverted, introvert.
Yeah, exactly. When you have to be, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a part of the business, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So, you know, first off, would you say you're religious or spiritual?
More spiritual.
Yeah.
I was raised up religious, you know. I got from Southern roots, of course, that type of background. You brought up in Baptist churches and all types of walks of life. You know, so I've been through it all, but very spiritual, very spiritual. I believe in a lot of things, and I know what the truth, you know, is.
Yeah.
And of course, it's tatted on my flesh, so I live that way.
Your truth is the only truth that matters to at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just listening to Lauren here earlier in regards to how we've just been deceived. You know, how the gospel is us going to church and joining the church, but really the gospel is about repenting, and with repenting it's kind of forgetting all that stuff that has been deceiving us, and from there the greatest way we can thank God is to walk in our purpose, tell our story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the greatest gift we can give back to our Creator. So,
right. I feel like religion is all different sides of the same coin. You know, it's just different conversation. It's all rooted in the same thing, something bigger than us that continues us pushing to be more. You know, and that's tight. You know, whatever religion you're into, so be it. You know, live that life and live it to the best part. But honestly, I feel like, I had to read a lot of the Bible. I had to read it like back and forth, punishment, and it's Sunday, start reading, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like I've been blessed to at least have a level playing field understanding. But, so I pretty much just live it that way. Your spirituality, what you believe in is what you believe in, and stick to that.
Exactly.
I believe in you, I believe in what you believe in too.
Exactly. And you know, you like it, I love it at the end of the day.
Straight up.
Sometimes I don't have to participate in it, but that doesn't mean I'm going to judge you any less or any more.
Word.
No, I'm not going to judge you. You know what I'm saying? There's no measurement on that.
I mean that rock a yarmulke, but that don't mean that
You
ain't
know?
fly, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Don't mean I don't sometimes wish I had one for some outfits. You know what I'm saying?
Word, some of them roads be fine.
No, but would you say that you're walking in your purpose?
I feel like I am now.
Why do you say now though like that?
I feel like I might have just been let's just say shooting in the dark, like I said earlier, you know, just swinging blindly. Wasn't really calculated. I was raised by myself, and I never really had, it's no rule book to how anything goes, you know, but I never really had anybody ahead of me like, yo, stick to this path. So now that I've learned my lessons, I feel like I'm my own OG in a sense, you know?
Yeah.
You learn, now you know better. Be that, walk in that. You know, I'm my own example. I used to watch Nipsey every day, you know, and he was the one guy that went through everything, every emotion. So when we were going through our emotions, he was the one guy we could log on and see, damn, he went through that shit too, and he bounced back.
Yeah.
Cool, you know?
Yeah.
We could bounce back. So
He's a human too, like R.I.P. Nipsey
R.I.P.
Hussle. Yeah, that still hurts to this day.
True.
So 27, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe one day I'll start offering to write books for artists, because I really feel like you've been in some, I don't like to say hard places, but blessed places, because, you know, you're still here today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you still have the ability and opportunity to tell your story. So I feel like you've been in a lot of blessed places in your life,
right.
Throughout your journey. And, you know, I hope you, maybe I'm gonna listen to I have to listen to your music a lot more, because, you know, it sounds like you put a lot of it in your music, and I admire you for that, to be that vulnerable, and just, it takes a lot of courage. Like, you know, like I was saying, I can't say it enough, it gets difficult. So you having that courage. But anyways, what I'm getting to is, so what has been, so if you met somebody that was in a position that you were at one point in your life, where you had to learn the hardest lesson, you know, you felt like that was the hardest thing you ever had to go through, what is some advice you would give to someone, you know, about to go through that, you know, either having those habits, or in a situation or an environment, like whatever the situation was for you, or just those thoughts, you know what I'm saying? What is some advice you would give to them to get through this? To avoid the lesson, excuse me.
To avoid it, all right.
To hopefully avoid it. You know, everything is purpose, you know what I'm saying? But if we could help somebody not have to go through that same, you know, that,
right.
What's that advice you would give to them?
I would say, you know, think it through beforehand. Like, we all make a lot of hasty moves, and just speaking personally, like I had to do a lot of research on myself. Found out I was born year of the monkey, and, you know, Chinese astrology. And I guess a lot of our issues is we're impatient. We make a lot of hasty moves, and we might regret them later. Would have been the best move if we'd been a little patient. So I would say, really put your cards on the table, really assess what's going on, then make your action. That way, you're clear.
Yeah.
Whatever you did, it was 100. You only feel it when you don't make moves 100.
Yeah. You know, not I wishing and I hope. You know what I'm saying? If anything, just taking the time, like you're saying, thinking it through, establishing a plan. You know, that plan, whether A, B, or C, is always handy, and just executing. Yeah. That's what it's about.
We all got the same 24.
Yep, exactly.
Let's figure it out.
I've been up since 11 p.m. yesterday.
Hey, yeah, you with it.
But no, self-care, self-love, get some rest. No, like, don't do this. I don't know, I just woke up out of nowhere and I just couldn't go back to sleep, but I'm not tired or anything. I don't got an attitude, nothing like that, so it's cool.
That's real. That's an energy level that you need to thrive at right now. You fuck with it, right? You feeling it? Like,
yeah, and then in this
rush.
And you know, like you keep saying realms. I don't know the proper terminology for it, but I think it is a realm that we go into, like when we're like about to crash, you know, really go to sleep, but we're not quite there yet. Like our subconscious is still there, and then we're still kind of there. But I hear like that's the best time to really, like, your mind really starts getting, you know, like creative and stuff, like when you're sleepy, basically.
Yeah, it's like that adrenaline rush when you know your body can't really take it, but you still do it.
Yeah.
And it benefited you in the long run, because now you have more endurance.
Yep. But still, I still say get some sleep.
Oh yeah.
It's all about self-care too. Louis Santana, Lane. Where can we find you at? This has been by the way, this has been a really good interview. You know what I'm saying? 27, I'm 27, reflections. I'm proud of you. Just keep shining. Keep going after whatever it is. You know, don't get distracted. I know you're going through a lot too. Like I said, prayers to you and your family. But it's like, we need you. We need people like you. So use this as fuel. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to take some time to yourself. It's okay to have those, you know, it's dropping a song, boom, 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 you know, that's not important. Like I was talking to you earlier, like you sit on a lot of music, huh? You're like, yeah. So take your time with it, you know, just don't get stuck nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Don't get stuck nowhere. You don't want to be, like you were saying earlier, you know what I'm saying? No, I wish, I hope, I could have. Just do it. Just jump at it, you know what I'm saying? And I know that's the energy that you carry. So 2020, let's get it.
Let's get it.
Let's
I appreciate that, Cash. I'm proud of you too. Like, wow.
Thank
real
you.
Shit. Like, just as our people, you know, it takes a lot just to get here today. Like you say, you've been up since yesterday. Bet. Proud of you too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Let's get it.
Thank you, bro. Let's get it.
Hey.
Where can we find you at?
Everywhere, Louis Santana, Lewis Santana. I'm the only one. It's Carlos, Drugs, and me. You know what I mean?
Hey, let's get it. Hey, but we out. It's been another episode of the Live Light, episode 4. We are out.
Hey.